Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the world of Dishonored. This is the newest DLC, the Brigmore Witches, the continuation of the story of our friend Daud here. I've been looking forward to this. I'm really excited to see what happens. I love the lore with this little expansion they've got going on here. I love seeing the other side of the coin on that Daud Corvo coin of who's really good and who's really evil. I love it. I like finding out more about the outsider and more about other people with a mark and you guys know how I feel. But with that said, before we start, you also know I'm going redemption with this guy, so less killing, less thrilling, more sneaking. So that's how I play. You know what you're getting into. Anyway, let's do this thing. I am very, very excited. Oh, for any of you who were wondering, because I know I was, you saw it say continue there. Basically, I checked out to see if anything I did last time carried over to this time. Spoiler, it does not. So any decisions you made or any items you got, maybe it does and I just am not aware of it, but from what it looks like when you start, you just get a smattering of items and the story continues. So really, if you were an ass or just a really nice guy last time, it doesn't matter. But hopefully, this time it will, because I think this is the end of the story for Daud. So we will find out together. Let's do this thing. Yes. You've been ill at ease ever since you assassinated Empress Jessamine Caldwin and aided in the abduction of her daughter Emily. Why, I have! Thank you for reminding me, game.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned.
How can you not want to redeem this guy? That was awesome. Also, the outsider? Kind of becoming more evil. That is a bad dude.
The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch.
Guy? Okay, never mind. You're on your own, pal. Hello, Corvo.
Corvo, here to settle our debt. You understand, I won't make this easy for you.
Wait, why are books floating? What is happening here? Oh god, here we go. Jump attack! Come on, Corvo. Come at me, bro. Oh god, got him right in the neck. Where you at, dude? Where you at? Yeah. Come on, Corvo. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Owned. And of course it was a dream. That explains the floating books.
What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
Speaking of books, I see one there. And one there and there. Oh my god. Right away they're like, just start reading, Jesse. You know they'll love it. Also, I hear one of my favorite sounds. The sound of gold. Gold! Gold in the locker! Alright, let's... Corrupted charm, what? Corrupted bone charms are powerful bone charms that come with a cost. Uh-oh. Locate them like normal bone charms by listening for the song. So what makes them so corrupted? Let's find out, shall we? Light as a shadow. Ooh, I'm gonna use that. Regain health while submerged underwater? That's freaking awesome. Your adrenaline takes slightly longer to cool down. You find ammo in greater amounts, so I like that. Speed is up. Moderately more health. Witch's skin. When taking damage, your mana is drained before your health. Mana does not... Ooh. What? No! That is awful. That is corrupted. Okay. Let's do this one for now. Why not? Sure, we'll find more. All right. What is this book? Ports of Call. Ports of Call. Excerpt from a guide to port cities across the Empire of the Isles. Potterstead, Bristol. A small town, but the locals are charming and the ale is unmatched. Be certain to visit during the month of winds for their pennant festival. Oh, see? This is what I love and hate about this game. There are so many places to go and so many things to see, and you don't get to see any of it. How aggravating. Well, here's hoping the sequel will have more of this in it. It'd be more of like you travel around the world. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Dunwall, Bristol. Notes on the capital city could fill a dozen such volumes. All delights exist in Dunwall if you've got the coin, and all miseries if you're broke. So basically it's Vegas. A really, really medieval Vegas. Or I guess turn of the century Vegas. Look, it's like Vegas without the lights is what I'm saying. Just keep rambling, Jesse. Unless you're well connected through someone in Dunwall Tower, one of the key families, the City Watch or River Patrol, make sure your permits are in order. Otherwise, you're likely to have your cargo seized by the port authorities for any reason they care to concoct. Okay. And there's Cole Kenny Morley. While the harbor master here is particular about the kinds of goods you're carrying, the rest of the town is more lax. Be sure to visit the inn on the Rock for the best mutton stew in all the Isles. Now I want mutton stew. Yarrow Tivia. The cold here will snatch the breath from your lungs, but it is met with equal strength by the civility of its well-mannered citizens. The cozy taverns are kept warm by their famously crafted iron stoves, though the northern food takes some adjustment. Bejeweled aristocrats laugh and drink side by side with weathered, leathery-skinned farmers, clapping one another on the back until the dim hours. It is hard to make friends here or to truly understand the worldview of the native-born, but once you do, you'll have a friend for life. I like this little, travel guide. This is wonderful. Maybe, hold on. Maybe this is these are places you'll go to in the sequel. If that's the case, that is awesome. Then there's SERKONOS? SERKONOS? Don't even know how you say that damn thing. I'm not going there anytime soon, so I guess it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. This city is crowded in the warmer months, and for good reason. You'll find yourself shoulder to shoulder with scantily clad locals and foreigners on holiday, pale skin burned pink by the sun, which somehow seems larger and brighter in SERKONOS. The food in Collero is a shining example of Serkonan cuisine, and there is always music, always dancing. Hand-rolled on the steps of tobacco shops, the cigars are of course fresher than the ones you've had shipped to other parts of the Empire. I want to go there and get a Serkonan cigar. Then there's Karnaca SERKONOS, the jewel of the south at the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry after a wave of settlers from Morley and an influx of wealthy trading companies from Dunwall. Everywhere you go in Karnaca, there are new ideas, hybrid forms of music, groundbreaking theories of natural philosophy, and even extravagant delicacies made by mixing ingredients from all the known cultures. The locals work tirelessly for their coin, welcoming the elite from across the Isles. Awesome. I would like to visit that place. Okay, close my little chest. I guess we can look at this book. Regency and Emergency Powers. I feel like I've read this one before. In a time of political upheaval, there are 3 provisions in place for stage transfer of power. So there are 3 goals. The first is minimization of incentive for a coup. The next is assurance of stability. And the third, perhaps the most important, is a worthy successor. Successor? A worthy successor! Strangely enough, much like my ability to speak English, all 3 of those did not happen. They're non-existent. Well, that explains why Corvo could take him down so easily. Alright. What about this? Cobbled bits of bone. They say my mother was a witch, but the truth, as is so often the case, depends on perspective and your place in the world. She relied on poisons made from exotic herbs and the blowfish that live in the reef waters near Pandysia. Her power originated in hallucinogenics delivered through guile or by force to those who crossed her. There was an unusual intensity in her gaze for certain, but it came from within, not from the outsider. That's what happens to anyone pushed to the absolute edge of sanity and survival, who stays there for years, then returns to walk among the sheep in so-called civilized society. My mother was crafty, but if it was anything more than powders, hidden knives, and guile, I never saw it. interesting. I love learning about people who go to Pandacia, come back, and are just totally warped by it. I want to go there so badly. Not to get warped, but just to see it. Like they tell children, some of those truly touched by the black-eyed bastard can move through the space between rooftops like a sparrow. Others command armies of rats or poisonous flies as easily as they wriggle their fingers and toes. The overseers are right to fear us, to warn the common folk to stay near their homes at night, to keep their families close. But there are other ways his influence manifests itself. Those who serve me share in some of what I can do. Oh, wait, is this Daud? And I suspect it's the same for Delilah Copperspoon's coven. Then there are those who can craft runes and charms. The old woman across town, they call her Granny Rags. She carves and polishes the bones of whales, stringing them together and opening them to the void, until they moan like the fever-sick on a cold night. I found a few of her talismans, and with each one I touched, a tiny piece of me departed and settled in with her. What does she gain? A longer life? Some other kind of power I don't understand? The making of such things is beyond me. Oh, this is so interesting! Okay. I've known 4 people in my time who carried the mark of the outsider, but I've known dozens more who wanted it, who stood at night in stagnant ponds or begged with the dust blowing through graveyards. People who gutted farm animals or burned the flesh of men, thinking it would call forth the void. I met a dying man once who had collected runes and charms for years. He crushed them all into powder, made a paste, and ate them. Okay. Thinking he could gain whatever magic was in the things. His death was long and painful. I also knew a woman from Karnaca who would trade for charms and other bits of whalebone. She cracked them apart and fused them back together, then sold them. I bought one of these corrupted charms that she swore would cause sharp metal to break on my skin, and it worked. But each time it did, one of my teeth turned black and fell out. Oh, wow. After the 3rd time, I gave it to one of my men. Now when he smiles, it's all bleeding gums. I wonder what parts inside him are turning black. That's awesome. It explains the corrupted charms. Sometimes I ask myself, without these gifts, would I be a man to fear? Would I be called the Knife of Dunwall with my name whispered through the markets and the alleyways, the high towers and the drawing rooms? I'd like to think so, but it really doesn't matter. As long as I bear this mark, I'll use whatever craft I have to force my will on the world. The harder trick is undoing what I've done. Now that was a good read. That's why I read the books. That taught me so damn much. Way more than anything else this game has taught me in a long time. What is this book? Help me out, book. We're on a roll now. The Reclamation of Dunwall. This will not help at all. Great. Seat of Power. Okay. The city's in shambles. It cannot continue to thrive. Populated only by the upper classes. Even if the plague were gone tomorrow, it is in the present state Dunwall. All right. Oh, so maybe this is talking about the future as well. Because clearly Dunwall's screwed. So maybe it's going to talk about other things that would happen? We'll see. We will definitely see. Alright. Down we go. Ooh, can I talk to this guy? I certainly can.
Begging your pardon, Daud, but I don't think it's safe to leave these overseers holed up in the refinery.
It's a new game now. They know where to find us. We just have to make them afraid to.
Badass. Alright. I'm not going to talk to him yet. I'm going to snoop around here, see if I can find anything. Lots of books just floating around. Thomas's journal. Our troubles began with a name. Delilah. A mystery given to Daud by the face he sees in his dreams, and whose voice he hears when kneeling at the shrines, hidden in the lost parts of the city. None of us have ever heard this voice, but we know its power. It spoke to our master, telling him of his coming doom and saying that solving this riddle was the only way to escape. We knew nothing of Delilah, except that we found a whaling ship by that name. Oh, so this is just retelling the story of what happened last time. Ooh, maybe it tells the changes you made in the story and the things you've done. Let's see what the end says here. For a time, she had been working her corruptive influence on the best of us, the assassin Billy Lurk. Delilah turned Lurk against us, and together they sold us out to the overseers. When we returned to our hideout in the flooded district, we were swarmed by gold masks and hounds. But Daud was quick and wise in our trade. In the end, he kept us alive, though there were losses. Now, our resources are strained. Some of the men are grumbling. I see the strain on Daud's face, killing the Empress, handing over her daughter. These are not easy burdens to bear, and Lurk's betrayal weighs on him heavily. His sleep is troubled by curses and shouts. So I guess it doesn't really say what happened to Billy, so I guess really either way you could have killed her or let her go, but that's interesting. Alright, now we make preparations to strike back at Delilah. She is planning something in Brigmore, something that affects everyone in the Isles, and she will be expecting us. Like our master, she shares her gifts from the outsider with those who follow her. But how many are they, I wonder? I have no secrets from my master. My loyalty is without question, but I fear these may be the last days of the Whalers. Perhaps the last days of Daud. Very cool. Okay. I'll be with you in a second, buddy.
Thomas finished his scouting run. When you've talked to him, I'll give you the latest word from inside the prison.
Awesome. Alright. What is this? The Isle of SERKONOS. Oh, so this is just telling you about it? Interesting. The only persistent trouble in SERKONOS originates along the string of tiny islands stretching away from the mainland to the east. For generations, pirates... Oh, man! See? Where's the expansion like called Pirates of SERKONOS? I want that expansion. I'll DLC that. The Whalers. This is just about my crew. Alright. Ooh, what is this? I will take it. Give me another one of those. Yup. The METAPHYSIKA Mysterium? Oh, shit. It is said that we should not sully our hands when combating the forces of the void. My studies have been deemed heretical by my brothers, but the rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and his accursed followers while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe a twofold method in this text. Indirection. As the wholesome powers of the outsider use living flesh as a conduit, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead, okay? Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus these void energies in a raw state, shielding them from the perverse perspectives of the outsider. Interesting. So is that something that Daud is doing with his followers? Or is that maybe he using that to figure out how to get rid of the outsider's influence? I do not know. It's interesting though. Alright, what is in here? Oh, my baby. Hello, girl. I'll be using you a lot. Okay, well, I now have 6 runes. Okay, we'll uplink, because that is very important. And, can I just do Void Gaze? Because that's what I'm going to do. Those are the 2 things I use the most. And then next we'll get Agility and Vitality. And then Bend Time. I think that's the order I'm going to go. Alright, cool. What else do we got? Anything over... Ooh, can I go this way? Nope.
Corvo's out there, Daud. It's a matter of time before he shows up here.
He's got the Lord Regent's army to chew through first.
Don't know how long that's gonna take. He seemed to do it pretty quick.
Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the Overseers found us. That wasn't Daud.
Daud should have caught it. And now witches? He's not the man he was.
Quiet. You're going to get us killed.
Daud. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Interesting times, gentlemen. Overseers in the flooded district. Witches abroad in the city. Traitors in the ranks. I'd be nervous too. Then I'd remember who killed the Empress in Dunwall Tower. And came out untouched.
Damn! That is how you get your dudes in line. Alright. Speaking of which, 8! Wait. Oh, damn it. My entire thing is screwed. Alright, here we go. Gotta reset everything. 7, yeah, we're good. Sleeping things are 3. Wait, no, 3. No, okay, everything seems good now. I hear you. I knew you were here somewhere. Nice. Ooh, and I missed this too? See all the things I missed without this? Oh, my eyes. It's so nice to have you back. All right.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
Cool. All right, so that explains why, even though we're about to leave, when Corvo gets here, they're all still here. What is this book? The Royal Spymaster. Said the Office of the Royal... Oh, okay, I've definitely read this one a million times. All right. But it's there for those of you who would like to read it.
Have you ever been to Brigmore?
Once. But there were only highwaymen in the attic and rats sleeping in the cellars. Nothing like the witches back then.
That house has always had a dark history. It's time to write a new chapter. The last one.
They are hyping this thing up. All right, one more. Look around, nothing. All right, that is it. They definitely threw a lot of lore at you at the beginning here. Ooh, I didn't see this. Whoop, whoop. I'll talk to this guy real quick.
I've made a mess of the access ways, but it had to be done. If I come back, I'll take it all down.
We'll be back. And then you can burn those overseer drapes while you're at it.
Awesome. Anything over here? Okay, let's do this thing.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
Let's stay here for a sec. Because didn't
At your
this dude
pleasure.
over here say he would, tell me something?
After Corvo's escape, it's going to be more difficult to break into Coldridge. They've installed arc pylons, and they're blaring overseer music over the loudspeakers. Our talents will be suppressed until we get inside.
I have other talents.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. So we need to save...
Is it time to go, sir?
We need to save Stride? Have we met her before? That's definitely her. Hold on. Let's see what we can see.
I'll be here when you're ready.
Lizzie Stride for murder, smuggling, and river piracy. Perfect woman. Let's do this thing. Ah, that was perfect. Wow, who knew? The first mission I get everything perfect is the one where all I had to do is read. You need Lizzie Stride's boat to reach Delilah's stronghold at Brigmore Manor. Unfortunately, the leader of the Dead Eels gang is locked up in Coldridge Prison, and you've got to break her out. Awesome.
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself. That after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride. And Lizzie Stride is in jail.
Oh, here we go. Alright, as Daud, you can use your spies and stuff. Yep, I am well aware of this. Okay, let's look at the favors, shall we? Ooh, Overseer Daud. Disguise, yep, don't even need to... Done. Take that rune. Forge Requisition. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Why not? Okay, then upgrades. We need all the Sleeping Dart upgrades. Every single one we can get. Capacity, yup. Yup. We'll do one Bone Charm. Why not? We'll do Stealthy Boots. We'll get just a bunch of these damn things. We'll do 14, I feel like. Just in case we... Alright, everything else seems good. I was gonna say, just in case we find some. Usually we do. I got 540. What can I buy? What can I buy? Improved armor? Don't feel like I'll need it. Let's do range. Yeah, why not? Okay, exit. Start the mission.
This should get me in the front door at least. Looks like I'll need to check in with those guards by the gate.
Awesome. Oh, this is giving me the Corvo flashbacks.
Overseer. About time, Overseer. We sent for you hours ago.
There was a problem with the water lock.
Fine. Listen up. The incident took place in the interrogation room. Cross the yard and keep going straight. Anything else is off limits. Understand? Don't go exploring. Don't speak to the prisoners. We're not here to listen to you preach. Don't forget you're in Coldridge now, not the Abbey. We asked you here for one reason.
I'll be gone before you know it.
The incident? What are these guys talking about? Can I talk to them again?
Where's the interrogation room?
Straight through the yard. No turning. We're watching you.
Can I talk to this dude?
You want the interrogation room. That's where it happened.
It? What? What have I walked in on? Advertise like shameless whores.